Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In our previous videos, we have seen what is VLAN. We have seen how to create a VLAN. We have seen establishing communication, that is inter-VLAN communication. We have seen how to assign which ports to VLAN, how to assign the switch ports to VLAN. So how we assign using two methods, two modes. One is access mode and another one is trunk mode. We have seen the both modes in VLAN. Access mode is it can carry traffic. Access mode it can carry, a port can carry one VLAN traffic. That is the particular VLAN traffic which is assigned to the port. In trunk mode, it can carry multiple VLAN traffic. So, this is a switch. Let us say this is a switch. In this, I have created multiple VLANs. Let us say I have created VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. So, and I am connecting PCs to the 3 VLANs. These are PCs. So these 3 are my PCs. I am connecting to this with each port. Let us say this is 0/1, this is 0/2, and this is 0/3. And I am assigning each port to one VLAN. Here I have taken 3 pieces using 3 fast Ethernet ports from a switch, and I assigned each port to one VLAN. Now here this port can take only traffic from VLAN 10. So F0/1 assigned to VLAN 10 using, here I am using switch port access mode. So that is mode access. Then what happens? This particular F0/1 port can carry only traffic belonging to VLAN 10. And same, I am taking the same access mode for F0/2 and assigning it to VLAN 20. Then it can carry only traffic of VLAN 20. Same way, this one can carry only VLAN 30 traffic. F0/3 port can carry only VLAN 30 traffic. So, as you can see, usually switch port access mode is used to connect PCs, switch to PCs. But if I want to connect this switch to another switch, let us say here there is another switch. Okay, this is switch 2. Okay, so if I want to connect switch 1 to switch 2, then it has to be Let us say this is 0/4. For this 0/1. To connect this the F0/1 F0/1 of this port of this switch and F0/4 of switch 1 has to be in trunk mode. So here these ports will be in trunk mode, switch port trunk mode. So switch mode trunk mode, when we configure the ports in switch mode trunk mode, it can carry multiple ports. I mean it can carry multiple VLAN traffic. So now this can carry VLAN 10 traffic, VLAN 10 traffic. It can carry VLAN 20 traffic. It can also carry VLAN 30 traffic. So from switch 1 to switch 2, it can carry multiple VLAN traffics. Okay. So this is why trunk mode is used. And switch. So connect the switch to another switch or router. We use trunk mode to connect switch to a PC or any laptop. Okay. Any end device. We use access mode. I have seen all this in our previous videos. Okay, so in today's video, we'll see something called VTP, a protocol which belongs to VLAN. So VTP, VLAN Trunking. It is used to advertise the VLANs from one switch to another switch. So what is this used? It is used to advertise VLANs created in one switch, switches. Okay. So how it can advertise this? For this we use VLAN VTP modes. We have VTP modes. In that first one is VTP server mode. Second one is VTP client mode. Third one is VTP transparent mode. So these are the three modes of VTP. So the server mode is used to create. So in server mode we can create or delete VLANs when switch is in server mode. So when the switch is in VTP server mode, it can create or delete VLANs. Okay. By default, all our switches, all our Cisco switches will be in server mode only. Okay. Client mode, it copies the VLANs created in server mode. Okay. A switch which is in a client mode copies the VLANs which are created in a switch which is in server mode. Okay. So a VTP client mode switch, that means a switch which is in client mode copies the VLANs created from in a switch which is in server mode. Then forwards to other switches. What it does, it copies and forwards to other switches which are connected to it. Okay. In transparent mode, it will not copy, just forward to other switches connected to it. In order to understand this, let's take a picture pictorial representation. Okay, so this is my switch 1, this is my switch 2, my switch 3. Let's take another switch. This is my switch 4. So all these are connected with each other. Let us say like this, connected. So I'm going to make my switch 1 in server mode, VTP server mode. Switch 2 in VTP client. Switch 3 in VTP transparent. Okay. And switch 4 in VTP client. So in VTP server, I'm going to create VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. Okay, so here I have created 3 VLANs in switch 1, which is in VTP server. So what does VTP client does? In switch 2, it is configured as VTP client. So what does it does? It copies this in switch 2 and then forward it. Okay. It forwards. What does VTP transparent does? No copy. Not copy. Just only forward. Again, what does it does? It will not copy. It will just forward. Again, it forwards. Okay. And then at last, switch 4 is again in VTP client, so it copies. Okay. So here in server mode, I am creating this VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. It is forwarded to VTP clients, and VTP clients copies in their switches and forwards it in VTP in VTP transparent. It will not copy, just forward to other switch connected to it. And again, here it is in VTP client, so it copies the VLANs. Any changes in VTP server will be advertised to all these switches. So any changes done in switch with VTP server configuration will be advertised to all other switches in VTP client and VTP transparent mode. Okay, so any changes done in the switches with VTP server and any changes done in the switch with VTP server mode will be advertised to the other switches in VTP client and VTP transparent mode. That means if I delete a VLAN 30 here, if I delete this VLAN 30, in all other switches which are in VLAN client and VLAN transparent mode, VLAN 30 will be deleted. Okay. If I create VLAN 40 here, it will be advertised to all other switches and VLAN 40 will be created in all switches which are in client mode. Okay. So this is what VTP is used for. That means if I have a number of switches, that means over 50, over 100 switches, I don't need to create VLANs in every individual switch. All I need to is, all I have to do is make one switch as VTP server and all other switches VTP clients. Then I will create our required VLANs in server only, VTP server switch only. It will be copied to all other VTP client switches. Okay. So this is a use of VTP trunking protocol. So let us implement this in Cisco packet tracer. So here I am going to take 4 switches. Okay. 4. So let us rename this switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, and switch 4. Connect these switches. Okay. This is FA0/1, which is FA0/1, which is FA0/2, FA0/1, FA0/2, FA0/1. These are the ports. Okay. For first switch 1, this is the port connected to switch 2. So this has to be in trunk mode. So we have to, these are connected to each other's, and one switch is connected to other switch. So the ports must be in trunk mode. I'm going to take the switch. Enable configuration mode, change the host name to switch 1. Okay. Now go to switch port. This is the port. Now switch port, mode access. Has to be in mode access. These are connected to other switch. So it has to be in trunk mode. Okay. So it is in trunk mode. Got it? So exit. You can see in show IP internet brief. Let us go for show running configuration. Show run. You can see switch port 0/1 is configured in trunk mode. In the same way, go for other switches. So this is switch 2, CLI. Here, two ports has to be in trunk mode because one port is connected to switch 1, another port is connected to switch 3. So I'm going to take configuration mode int way 0/1, that is in range. That is, so you have to take interface range, then switch port mode trunk. Okay. Exit, show running configuration. Now you can see our 2 ports have been in trunk mode. Okay. So next go to switch 3. So here I haven't changed this host name. Let us change the host name also. Configuration mode. So here we are going to change the host name to switch 2. Okay. Let us go to switch 3. It's going to take some time here translating. I haven't applied no IP domain lookup. That is a command which can stop the translating. 150. Change the host name to switch 3. Then go to interface, range. Switch 3 also connected to two different switches, switch 2 and switch 4. So I'm going to 1 and 2 and assign these ports in trunk mode. Exit, show running configuration. Okay, to save in trunk mode. Now, once again, go to switch 2. Yep. Change the host name to switch to switch 4 to share line. Enable configuration. Change the host name. Switch 4. Here only one port is connected to switch 3. That one port will be in trunk mode. Exit. So running configuration. That one port is in trunk mode. So again go to switch 1 and now I'm going to create VLANs. So to create these VLANs, we have to do these steps. First, we have to mention VTP mode. What will be the mode? Client mode, server mode, or transparent mode. Then we have to, this is the VTP configuration. Give VTP domain name. Then VTP password has to be given. At last, VTP version has to be mentioned. There are two versions, 1 and 2. Okay. So I'm going to follow these steps to configure a switch in VTP mode. VTP server or client modes. And I'm going to switch 1 as VTP server mode, switch 2 as VTP client mode, switch 3 as VTP transparent mode. So in transparent mode, it won't copy, it just forwards the from switch 2 to switch 4. It won't copy in switch 3. That VLANs, all created VLANs. VTP client mode. In switch 4 also, I'm going to take VTP client mode. So first I'm going to take switch 1 and create. You can only create VLANs in VTP server mode. So I'm going to first give it as a server mode. Configuration. So in order to give it as server mode, VTP mode server. Then by default, all our Cisco switches will be in server mode. You can see here, already in server mode. Then VTP domain name. I'm going to take cisco.com. Then password, VTP password that gives Cisco. Then version, mention the version as 2. Okay. Go to switch 2. Here again, I'm going to configure VTP mode as client here. Okay, VTP domain, same domain name has to be given. VTP password, which is already set to cisco.com because it is copying from server. Password Cisco VTP. Usually in client, we can't change the version. It are already copied. You can see here. Can't modify the version. It has been done in client. Now it has to be done in transport. Switch 3 has to be transport. I'm going to take it as a transport. Configuration mode. VTP mode. Transparent. VTP domain name cisco.com, VTP. So as I said, transparent mode will not copy anything. It just forwards. That's why here it is not copied from our server. Now it is changing by my commands. In client, it is already copying from server. Okay. So VTP password has to be given. Cisco VTP version 2. Okay. So this is transparent. In client, once we configure it as a client, all the will be copied. Okay. Go to VTP mode as client. Now you can see domain name will also be already copied here. Cisco.com. You can see because from transparent mode it has been just forwarded. Okay. Again, VTP like this. Next one is VTP mode. We have given VTP domain. Next one, it is a password. That is Cisco VTP version 2. Already copied. It cannot be changed. Okay. All our switches are in VTP server and client transport modes. Okay, so this switch is in server mode, this switch is in client mode, this switch is in transport mode, transparent mode, this switch is in client mode. Now, if I go and create VLAN 10, name it as sales, VLAN 20, name it as marketing, VLAN 30, name it as let us say finance, VLAN 40, name it as account. Exit, so VLAN. The 4 VLANs have been created now. These 4 VLANs has to be copied in client modes. Let us see. Go to client. So yeah, you can see all 4 has been copied. I haven't created here. I can't create here. Even if we try to create, let us see. Let us try to create VLAN 50. You can see VLAN VTP VLAN configuration is not allowed in the client mode. You can see. So VLAN 50 cannot be created here. So if I want to create VLAN 50, again I have to go to server mode. You can see in transport mode, no VLANs will be created. So you can see only default VLANs are there. No VLAN 10, no VLAN 20, no VLAN 30, no VLAN 40. No created VLANs have been copied here. It only forwarded to switch 4. Now if I go to switch 4, we can see here the VLANs have been forwarded here. So VLAN. You can see here all VLANs have been forwarded. Okay, you can see. So now I'm going to do what? In server mode, I'm going to create one more VLAN 50. Let us see. Configuration mode, VLAN 50. Let us name it as HR. Okay. Exit. Show VLAN. You can see now a new VLAN has been created 50 with name HR. Now it has to be copied to VLAN client modes switches. Client mode switches. Yeah, see, you can see here. Previously, there is no VLAN 50, but now it has to be. You can see here. VLAN 50 has been created. copied from server to client. In switch 3, nothing will be copied. Nothing is copied here, you can see. Switch 4, again, any changes done in server will be reflected in client modes. You can see here there is nothing. Once again, I will do the command. You can see 50 has been copied. VLAN 50 has been copied. Use VTP, VLAN Trunking Protocol. Okay. Then that's all for today. We will see more in coming videos. Okay. Bye.